This is what I like to call the in-between, an age where you're both a teenager and an adult. I am learning how to grow up, and I call this the in-between because while I'm still a teenager, I have adult-like responsibilities. I do taxes, I work, I drive, I pay my car insurance, and you might be in the same boat as I am. I have an internal battle where my teenage self compels me to make the most out of today and not think about tomorrow, but my adult self is also urging me to focus on tomorrow and make the right decisions today so my tomorrow begins to solidify my future. I can't help but think that we are on the same journey together. We are all figuring it out, and we are learning who we are and what's best for us. Every year as we blow out another set of candles, I realize that growing up is getting a little bit harder, and some days are good and some days aren't my favorite days, and we are changing. We are all figuring out who we are and who we aren't, learning what style best suits us, what we're passionate about and what we like, who we want to get closer to and who we want to create boundaries for. And as I grow up, I realize that we are almost like in a race. We are just at different speeds, and you might be a little bit more ahead of me and may have it more figured out than me and others, and you are probably going through a different obstacle than I am. But if it's any consolation, our paths are interconnected. You are impacting the way someone else is becoming, just like they're impacting you and who you're becoming, which is why you want to be aware of who you're letting in. I also want to point out that sometimes when we're running our race, there comes a point where you find yourself running alone. The next few miles are sort of solitary, and that's okay because sometimes we need that. And when you need the companions to run with you, you'll find that your paths and their paths end up merging together. So while you're running, or even crawling, because sometimes life does that to us, remember to keep on going. Growing up is hard, to be quite frank, but as we lean into the one who formed us, and we do life, I think things begin to make a little bit more sense. So, I am living in the in-between, an era where I am both a teenager, but I'm also very much an adult. And it's not easy, but I think that that's what life is. And right now it's the beginning of July, and in a few months I'll have ran a few more miles, and I'll be at a different point in my race, just like you will. And I guess we'll see where we end up.